Oh, hey, I'm Matt with Ozark Overland Adventures. And since you're here, I want to show you this brand new fridge. I really like it.
It is the SetPower RV45S. And I've been testing it out for the last week. And I gotta say, I really like this fridge. It's definitely on the budget end, but from what I can tell, the construction is really top notch. You can find this on Amazon for $369, and right now there's a $30 coupon that you can apply to it. So at the time of this video, you can get this fridge for $339. That's really good for a fridge of this quality in a 45-liter size. Now, let me walk you through it. The construction of it is aluminum, and it looks really nice. There's no dents in it. The finish is great. Lots of flat surface here for stickers. You know how I love the stickers, so lots of space here for that. Big bonus. The controls on it are right here. I've got it on. It's currently cooling down. I had it not plugged in overnight. But they're all right here. And what I love about it is you don't have to dig through a bunch of menus. They're just all right here. You want to turn it on, you press and hold this button. You want to adjust the temperature. You see I've got it right now set for 36. Adjust it up and down. This will go down to 0 degrees Fahrenheit. So you can make this a freezer if you need to. It has 2 options for compressor speed, max, if you've got it plugged into a wall outlet like I do now. So it cools really fast and makes the most use of that compressor. And then it's got a minimum setting, which is what you want to switch it to if you're, overlanding, you've got it thrown in the back of your rig. You want to make sure you use this efficiently as possible to conserve as much battery life as possible on your rig, or if you've got this plugged into a, like a Jackery or a Blue Yeti type of device, a type of power station, switch it over to the minimum section, and when it's in that setting, it will run more efficiently. Then over here, you've got your battery protection, which you have low, medium, and high. So you can set that, whatever your battery setup is, you can set that to your comfort level. And what I really like about both of these is that you can't just accidentally press it. So if you're working around in the back of your rig and you accidentally bump this, it's not going to change. You're not going to accidentally bump it down to low and end up with a dead battery when you wake up in the morning. You have to press and hold before it changes. And I think that's a really nice touch. No accidental pressing. You can accidentally turn that, but that's not that big of a deal. This also, you have to press and hold to get it to change. So power cord is right here on the front of the unit. So I was a little torn about that at first. I really like the clean look of the power cord in the back, but after thinking about it, this right here, there could be times when you're out on a trail and you're bumping around and maybe gears shifting around in the back as you're going over obstacles, that it could potentially unplug in the back and you not realize it. So with everything in the front, you'll never have any question of whether or not this is plugged in and everything's operating correctly. And the cable on this is really long, so it's not going to be an issue. They do include in the box, obviously, your 12-volt DC cord to plug it into your rig, and then a wall adapter to plug it in at home. And you get the handy-dandy little manual here that really has a lot of detail for a fridge in this price range. I was quite impressed with everything that this includes. All the spec sheets, all the details on how to work it, of course. Error codes, if something does happen, it's got error codes that will pop up here on the screen, and you can see what those issues are. Moving around, it's got steel handles, which are really beefy, seem to be really strong. They are spring-loaded too, which will really help, having these things not rattle around in the back of your rig. It's got vents all around, so if you put this up against the back of your rig and this vent on the back is covered, you got vents all around, so you're not gonna hurt. The hinges, pretty beefy hinges, and they've got some nice tension to them, and a nice firm close. They're not going to accidentally pop up. The lid is all molded plastic, of course. It's got nice rubber sealing to keep the cold air in, the bad stuff out, like dust and whatnot. It does have an LED light in there, and it's got 2 baskets. It's got this little basket in this compartment that sits above the compressor, and then it's got this larger basket for the larger compartment where most of your stuff is going to go. The size of this, I really like. If you've watched the channel for a bit, you know that we also own a couple Dometics. I own an older CFX 50. It's actually a 46-liter fridge, so it's technically the same size interior space that this one is. And we own one of the newer CFX 355 IMs. And this is narrower. It's about the same height, a little bit shorter. And I just really like the size of this. When we're out and about, sometimes, that 55-liter size range and up, if you're going out for a weekend, that's a big fridge. But I really love the size and the design of this fridge. The compressor does come with a 2-year warranty, which isn't bad at all in this budget price range. Now, yes, you can get fridges that have compressors with 5-year warranties, but you're gonna pay a lot more for them. The price point for those comes in at the almost $600 price range. So for at this price, $340, that's a heck of a deal. Now, the most important thing for me is how efficient are these to use? Because when we're out on the trail, if we've got base camp set up for a couple days, I want to know, how long is this thing going to last on a battery before I have to recharge it? How efficient is this going to be plugged into the back of my Jeep before I risk either this thing shutting off because it hit the voltage protection, or my battery's dead because I didn't have the voltage protection set right? And for that, we use the Jackery 500, and we set this up just like it would be in the back of the Jeep. So 34 degrees, minimum compressor speed, mid battery protection, and this thing impressed the heck out of me. Let's see how long this will last on the Jackery 500. This is what we've been using for all of our fridge tests. Unplug that. Plug that in there. The fridge is pre-chilled to 34 degrees. There's two 2-liter bottles of water in here just for temperature regulation. And it is set on minimum compressor speed, and it's on the medium battery protection, which won't matter on this. So Jackery's at 100%. We'll see how it goes. It is currently 6:02 p.m. on Monday the 29th. It is 6:02 p.m. the next day, Tuesday the 30th. And the fridge is doing good. And the Jackery is at 66%. So it's doing pretty good.
What's up, everybody? I'm taking over for Matt since he is at Big Brutus in Kansas. So the Jackery's dead. It is now 5:50 on the 1st. And there you go. So for a comparison, when we did the test on our Dometics, we tested them with the exact same Jackery 500. We tested them set up the exact same way, same temperature, 2-liter water two 2-liter water bottles inside just for some temperature regulation. Inside the house, temperature in the house stays at 74 degrees. We don't budget. So it's a very even and controlled test compared to doing it out here in the garage where, temperatures could fluctuate 30 degrees in a day. That's very common. The new model Dometic CFX 355 AM lasted 56 hours, so 2.5 days on the Jackery 500. The older model that typically stays in the back of my Jeep, the CFX50, it lasted 69 and a half hours. So pretty close to that 3-day mark. This one came in at 71 hours and 48 minutes. So 12 minutes shy of an official 3-day mark. That's crazy impressive for a budget fridge. Similar sizes, the CFX3 is a legit 55 liters. The CFX50 from Dometic, it's actually rated at 46 liters of cooled space. This one's 45 liters of cooled space, so that's pretty good apples to apples. And this one is the winner. So if you're looking for a fridge and on a budget, this thing is awesome. And its price point is right at about the same as those high-end ice chests that a lot of people love to rave about. But you get constant cooling. You don't have to deal with soggy food. You don't have to deal with changing ice. You can leave this in the back of your rig, keep water bottles in it, keep sodas in it, keep, whatever beverage you want in there, and have it handy. It's awesome. You can't do that with ice chests. It's a whole different mentality having a fridge compared to an ice chest. And after doing both, I will never go back to an ice chest ever, because these are just so much better and more practical to have. So for a budget fridge, $340 at the time of this video on Amazon. Excellent build quality, great interior space, simple controls. I mean, I think this fridge is awesome. So there's links in the description. If you want to check it out, purchase that through that. Using that link, goes to the Amazon store. It is an affiliate link. So if you click on it and you buy from that, we do get, a little bit of, a very little bit because of Amazon, a little bit of funds going toward the channel. So we appreciate that. Let me know what you think about this. It's, I've seen other brands in the budget category. They all look very similar. I haven't seen one like this one yet. And I really like it. I really only have one main gripe with this fridge. It doesn't impact me personally because the way my rig is set up, this works just fine. But I don't like that the lid cannot be flipped and make it open from the other side. In my Jeep, my fridge stays on the right side of my vehicle. And so this works perfectly. I've got the controls right here. This slides in on the right side. Quick in and out, opening the fridge. My wife's vehicle, her fridge typically resides on the left side. And so to put this in there, it's got to open with the side of the vehicle here. And that's just a little bit less convenient than, it kind of impacts your access. If you need to flip the fridge around so that it opens on this side, well, then you lose access to the controls, which I think is a bummer. So like I said, that's my only gripe. That's not uncommon, in the budget price range, but for this price, that's something that I can live with. And like I said, it doesn't affect me because of how my rig's set up. It only affects you if you need it to be on the driver's side. So you can see how well this fits in the back of my Jeep. I've even got the slanted soft top and it fits just perfectly. I've got extra space in here. I could throw a table in there or something, but it fits just perfectly in the back with plenty of space for totes and gear and that sort of thing. So super happy about it. Easy to get into. It's low enough so that it's easy to get into. I love it. Thanks so much for watching. If you would like, subscribe, give us that YouTube love that lets YouTube know that you're enjoying the channel. Hopefully you found this helpful. Let me know in the comments what you think. I'm curious. I'm very impressed by this. Love the price point. And hopefully this has been helpful to you. I'll see you next time. Bye.